And welcome back for another episode of Intern TV Season 2. We're so excited for another episode with you. We got the Men in Black here today.
Here we are.
We're all in our dress clothes. We're obviously not as good as Will Smith, but we're gonna try just as hard. Got a great episode today. Brylin Adams is coming on. She's a communications major, but she did a lot of interning with NXT Lacrosse. So we're really excited to talk to her and kind of learn about her experience and her story. But before we get there, once again, we got introduced to two co-hosts that are fantastic for the show: Jeffrey Wilson,
Matthew Dopp.
Andrew Golden.
Matt Dopp.
So Jeff, pink shirt, how you doing?
Never been better.
I like it. It's about a shade lighter than mine. The
That's
lavender.
what I was going for. We're kind of
A little lavender.
Yeah, it's lavender.
yeah.
You know, it's a smell and a color. So.
Can you smell your shirt? Does it
There's
smell like
nothing better.
lavender?
No, it doesn't. But I know from like different
That's our invention.
sprays.
That's how we get rich.
We could do that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Best thing since sliced bread. Lavender
Exactly.
scented dress
Lavender
shirts.
scented dress shirt. I'm sure will dominate the market. All right. Anyway, so Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good. How are
You're
you?
good. You ready to invest
I'm
in
very
some
good.
lavender scented dress
That's
shirts?
all I'm thinking about right now. Besides
Intern TV.
Intern TV.
Intern
obviously.
TV. All right, well, hey, let's get to it then. Let's
do
bring
it.
her in. So, Brylin, thanks for coming. Like I said, we're glad to have you. So, how you doing today?
Hi guys, I'm good. How are you?
Doing
Never
well.
been
We're
better.
obviously coming up with ideas here.
Yes.
I guess we're turning Intern TV into Shark Tank.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I would invest.
There we go.
Not for
Appreciate it. There
me,
we
but
go.
like
There we go.
Oh, you're out then?
for a significant
Sounds like she's
other,
out.
or you know.
Okay, we'll offer you 5% for what, like 50 grand?
Sounds good to me.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway,
I
so
think we have to recrunch the numbers.
yeah, we'll
We'll
recrunch
get
the
back
number.
to
We'll get back to you.
Yeah, so anyway, so back to interning. So like I said, you're a junior here. You interned for NXT Lacrosse, which being a communications major is pretty crazy. But just talk about your NXT experience, how you got there, and what you did for them.
Okay. So when I was a freshman, some of the girls on the lacrosse team were also working for NXT as well. So I kind of got into working for them freshman and sophomore year. I would just go on the weekends and help them field coordinate games during tournaments. And then when going into junior year, the summer going into this year, they offered me an internship for over the summer for summer tournaments, and I decided to take it because it's in the summer. I always love working with them. They're great people, and it kind of took a turn with COVID, so that was interesting. But yeah, no, we do a lot. We basically, my internship is planning a bunch of tournaments every weekend and packing for them, figuring out all the operational side of everything, and then going to the tournaments, running the show, coming back Monday morning, unpacking, and then doing the whole thing again. So
Sounds like a blast.
it is.
So you can ask my co-host. I'm a firm believer in that there's a positive out of every experience. So being a communications major and interning in something that wouldn't necessarily be tied into communications, but still could be, what have been your takeaways that are going to kind of help you as you kind of try to find your way down the path?
That's a really great question.
you.
No, I actually have learned so much doing this internship. I am in contact with a lot of people, so I'm normally not the kind of person to be super outgoing, but I have to talk to people over the phone. I have to email people that I've never seen in person before or talked to before. So that was kind of weird doing that at first because I didn't know them, and I was like, oh goodness, how's this gonna go? And then another thing on weekends during the tournaments, I'm dealing with questions from parents, angry parents, players, referees, coaches. So there can be a lot of intense and heated situations, but I know that at the end of the day, if I communicate with them very well and in a positive way and it leaves them smiling, then I did my job.
Beautiful.
So before the show, we were talking, and you were telling us about how you had some work trips planned out with NXT to go all across the country, but some of those were canceled. But for the ones that you were able to go on, can you tell us what you usually do and what goes into those trips?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's actually a funny story, kind of. I think it's kind of funny, interesting. My first week at NXT in the summer, we had to go to Indiana that weekend. So it was Monday. I came in. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any of the interns. I barely knew a couple people that worked there. And they're like, all right, well, you're going to Indiana this weekend. We're driving. We're all piling in a truck, a van, and we're going. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So for the faraway trips, usually we make sure to book hotels, plane tickets, car rentals. That's basically the only difference between faraway tournaments and local tournaments. We still do the same thing, get everything prepared, pack everything that we need to. Office supplies involves field flags, tablecloths, the registration bin, schedules, definitely the operational binder, because that has every single detail of everything we need in it. But yeah, so I went to Indiana. I was supposed to go to Florida, Georgia, and Texas, but unfortunately those got canceled due to COVID. Near the end of the summer, the Texas one got rescheduled, but we only sent one person out there because when they came back, they had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
it wasn't really worth it to have 5 people quarantining. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, Brylin, I want to go back to something you mentioned a little bit earlier, where you mentioned angry parents, and I think our viewers can tell, and we know you're the nicest person ever. And I don't think I've ever seen you in a confrontation. So, do you have any funny stories of being at a tournament where some angry parents came at you and you kind of had to settle them down? Or because I even remember at some of our tournaments as a kid, I didn't play much, so I got to see a lot of parents fighting. So any funny stories like that?
Yeah, it was actually my first weekend, and I was at the registration tent alone because tournaments are crazy. Everyone's doing everything. They're running around. So I was at the tent alone, praying nothing went wrong, nothing goes wrong, and this parent comes up to me and is just going off about how this referee was horrible, should not have been a ref, shouldn't have got her license, to be a ref. And it was so scary. He was in my face, and I was just sitting there I'm sorry, sir, I don't know what to tell you. He was asking for her USA lacrosse referee number, and I was like, sir, I don't know that. I'm sorry, I'm not the tournament director. So I finally walkied a tournament director over. We got the situation handled. So I mean, I did the best that I could, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it sounded like you did a real good job.
Thank you.
Those types of situations are very beneficial down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Customer service at
Adversity.
its finest.
Put that on a skill on LinkedIn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'll
put
endorse
that in
you.
there. I'll endorse.
I'll
Yeah.
endorse you.
Intermediate, yeah.
So going back to NXT, I know there's a lot of Newman ties at NXT between some professors that work here now that have had some roles there, and we've had different students intern there. How beneficial has it been for you to kind of know that there's some familiarity with our university and with NXT as you've gone through this internship?
It's really nice knowing that being around kind of the same people every day, and them knowing where you came from and knowing your background is very how can I say it, I feel at peace. I'm not kind of stressed out and wondering what they're thinking or anything. It's really nice having familiar faces in the office. Colin Blake, he will be returning in the spring, but he was a senior last year on the boys lacrosse team, and he now works there full time. So it's really nice knowing that there's a face that knows Newman too there. So yeah.
Colin's one of the good ones.
Exactly.
One of the good ones.
Co-president of Newman Sport Management 460
Yeah.
Senior
That is true.
Seminars. Great documentary. It just came out. Go check it out. Quick plug. But anyway, so Brylin, I got another question for you, where obviously, saying you are a communications major, in that you do have your own show here on Newman Media where you would preview the NHL, different, because I know you're a big hockey fan. So has this internship, maybe changed what you want to do career-wise at all? Or do you still want to maybe pursue, working in TV? Or obviously you could mix them both, sports TV, but has NXT, this operation, been boy, maybe I want to do that instead? Or
I've definitely thought about it, but I know that like my ultimate dream job is to be a sports broadcaster specifically for hockey, and like that's just always what I wanted to be. So I think doing this internship and knowing how to like work these events and being in the operations, like it's a good thing to fall back on if I need a backup plan, but I think I'm still set on being a sports broadcaster.
All right, Brylin, so let's say this. I'm going to pretend to be a hockey player here, and then you could give me a little broadcast.
Oh, no.
All right, so
Wait,
you ready?
wait.
You ready?
Here we go.
All right, so Jeff's
we
going
go.
to drop the puck face off.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm skating down the ice.
You're skating.
Oh, gosh, here he
Matt
goes.
Dopp,
Oh, God, here
he's
he goes. He's on the
going
move.
skating
He's
down the
on the move.
ice,
Go away.
break
You be the
away.
goalie. You be the goalie. You be the goalie.
Wait, he shoots, he scores.
Oh wait, why am I clapping?
Boo.
Oh, God, I thought I slid on that floor a lot more than I
Your
thought
knee's
I
a
would.
little
You had me
dirty.
going
Yeah,
that
wait,
way.
Matt Dopp, I think you need a new
Knee's a little
celly.
dirty.
I don't know.
Yeah, I tried
It's a
doing
little
it.
overdone.
She's chirping
Wow.
the
She's
celly.
chirping from the
Sports
stands,
broadcaster
yeah.
is
Chirping
chirping
the
the
I
play.
tried to do the Danny Breer, but then I also wanted to do the cowboy. It was low. You know what? It was worse than a Crosby.
Whoa!
Okay.
She's a
okay.
Penguins fan, for those of you who don't know. We don't hold it against her, but go
Yikes.
Flyers.
There we go. It's
Some of
already
us do.
starting. I really thought we were going to go the whole time without
No.
it being an issue.
Not a chance.
We were thinking about it.
Not a
but
chance.
Yeah. No, we'll definitely get it. But
Andrew's going to reel us back in here.
yeah, get us
So-
back on track. Professionalism.
So being from the communication major and working in events, what are some advice that you would give students that feel like they have to just intern in one major when they could branch out and look at other opportunities?
No, that's a really good question. I would say get involved with as much as possible. Even if it's not something you even are thinking about, it could honestly change your opinion on life. It could change like what you want to do for the rest of your career. Like just be as versatile as possible and know how to do other things.
Yeah, awesome. So, hey, Brylin, we're going to get to our fan favorite segment here. It's called Quick Six. We're going to fire 6 questions at you really quick.
Oh, goodness.
Be ready to answer them. Jeff, you're up.
All right, so being the diehard Penguins fan that you are, who is your favorite Flyers player?
Ooh.
And don't say none of them.
Oh, goodness.
She looks sick.
Oh, I don't want to say this as quick as possible.
Gotta give an answer.
You can say Giroux.
Oh,
Say
no. No way.
What about Alex
I'll
Lyon? He's
do
a good-looking guy.
I'll do it.
Caught a hot.
I'll do, yeah, solid Carter Hart.
Caught a
All right,
hot.
caught a hot. All right, if you could start a secret conspiracy theory, what would you make?
Whoa.
I don't even know. I have to do one that's like not already real.
Yeah, no, make one
Yeah,
up.
no, you gotta make one
Make
up.
one up.
You could say I have friends.
Oh, no, that's
Sidney Crosby's good.
I'll do I don't know. I'm not good at this at all.
Yeah, that's all right.
A
That's,
conspiracy theory?
that's a point for me.
You could say like
I got an
Brady's in
easy
love
one
with
This is
the
a long,
Penguins.
quick 6.
Yeah, okay, I'll
What's-
skip that question.
What's the closest real thing of magic?
Closest thing of
What do you
real
mean?
magic.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like pulling
Is
a rabbit
what
out
about
of the
those
hat.
like those card reading things? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Is that even
Psychics?
magic though?
Tetris. No, not Tetris.
That's the block game.
That's
Where like those.
What's the? It starts with a T.
fortune telling.
Fortune telling.
Is that even magic though? I don't know.
We'll call it
It
magic.
is now.
For the sake of the quickness of this 6, we'll
It's a
call
long
it magic.
6.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
All right, next question. If you were a superhero, what would your name be? I've asked this question before, and I need an answer.
My name. I thought you were gonna ask my superpower.
No, that's
Dang
too
it.
easy. Flyers girl.
Flyers girl.
No. How about? I don't know.
Captain Lax.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right.
All right, so
Captain Lax.
what is one thing that everybody looks weird doing? Answering our questions. Yeah, being on Intern TV.
I'm sorry, I was not ready for this.
It's fine.
So you're like the Penguins in
Everyone
the
looks
playoffs.
weird.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think everyone looks weird blowing their nose. It
Okay.
like I don't know. Like I don't want people to watch me blow my nose. So
Great answer.
It's a
That's a
good
good
thing she
answer.
didn't hear that little jab he took right there.
Yeah.
wait,
right?
what'd you say?
She might have left the room.
You said I wasn't ready for this. I said like the Penguins in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah.
Like Scott Lawton coming down the ice. Shell.
All right.
Flyers win.
All
Flyers
right,
win.
All right,
Matt, stop.
let's get this
Hit the
6-1.
Cowboys.
All right, you're up. You got a question?
Sorry.
If you owned a boat, what would the name of the boat be?
Oh,
I thought you had one.
no, that's like a good question. I don't. My friends, I don't know, but my friend's boat, her dad named hers Egghead.
Okay, that's a
So
solid
I'll
one.
just go with
Could be
that.
SS Gritty.
No, how about Iceberg or something?
Okay, that's
That
their
is
mascot.
not a
That's-
good boat name. That is an awful boat
That's the
name.
Titanic.
Iceberg.
That's the
Yeah, the
Titanic.
Titanic.
How
Or
that
like-
one went.
Or like the two-headed monster,
There you
Gino.
go. That's
that's
it.
a good
Okay.
one.
There we go.
Sidney
Oh,
Crosby.
that's a
Drew.
Penguins right. Hey, well, you know, it was a good job. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry. That was
That
kind
was
of really
prob- that
bad.
was the
Boys,
longest six in history, but
I
hey.
think that was our best questions we've ever had. For
It had. to
Yeah,
be.
those were
That's
really
impressive.
good questions.
It was.
Thank you.
You know what? You know what though? We might have given you a lot of flack, but the Penguins have 5 cups. The Flyers have 2.
Oh,
That's what I'm
They're all
saying.
sincere. I'll give her a little slack.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you doing?
I was just trying to throw her a bone.
No.
All right.
Well, take the bone back.
Anyway,
our
Brylin,
show.
this went south quick. But anyway, so is there anything else you think you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say to anyone that needs any advice?
Any advice? My advice would be to take any negativity and just try to make it as positive as possible because it'll help you in the long run.
It's a beautiful statement.
Inspirational.
Can't thank you enough. I'll give you a clap for that one. All right, Brylin. Well, hey, we can't thank you enough for coming. This is probably one of our funner episodes.
No,
we've-
thank you
we've
so
done,
much
yeah.
for having me. I
know.
really enjoyed this.
I appreciate it. Never would have thought I'd be dangling Andrew.
I don't think
but-
fun is a word.
I let you score that goal, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I bet. All right, Brad. Hey, we wish you luck with everything you're doing in the future.
Thank
Go
you.
watch Brylin's preview hockey show. It's
Yes.
on Newman Media. You can go in and
Yes.
watch it. She's a great host, and she's going to be a great sports broadcaster one day.
Thank you.
So once again, we want to thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Matthew.
We want to thank you, Andrew.
No, thank you, Matt.
And we want to thank our crew for putting up with us, everyone at Newman Media.
Shout out the crew.
And our fans. We love our fans. And we hope you have a great week, a great season of autumn. And we can't wait to see you next week for another episode of Intern TV.